This PPT discusses the various registers to be maintained on common portal of GST and the process of payment under GST regime. Electronic Tax Liability Register is a register to be maintained in the common portal of GST in form GST PMT1 to record all liabilities of a taxable person. Part 1 is for recording return related liabilities and Part 2 is for recording other than return related liabilities such as liability arising out of any demand notice or adjudication proceedings. The possible debits to Electronic Tax Liability Register may include amount payable as determined by a proper officer in pursuance of any proceedings or amount of interest that may accrue from time to time. The possible credits to ledger can be relief given by the appellate authority or reduction in penalty. The order in which dues under the Act shall be discharged is prescribed. Firstly, the self-assessed tax related to return of previous tax periods are discharged, followed by tax dues related to return of current tax period, and then any other amount payable under the tax will be discharged. The principle of unjust enrichment is applicable for payments made under GST, and unless the contrary is been proved, it shall be deemed that full incidence of tax paid has been passed on to the recipient of such goods and services. Electronic Credit Ledger is a register to be maintained on the common portal of GST for each registered taxable person in form GST PMT2 to record input tax credit claimed, utilization, reversal and refund. The eligible input tax credit shall be credited to the ledger. The ledger shall be debited with the discharge of any liability towards tax and claim for refund of unutilized amount. Electronic Cash Ledger is a register to be maintained on the common portal of GST for each registered taxable person in form GST PMT3 to record deposit of tax, interest, penalty and other amounts, utilization thereof and refund. Deposit of tax, interest, penalty, fee or any other amount by a taxable person can be made by any of the prescribed modes such as internet banking, credit or debit card, NEFT, RTGS, etc. Such payment shall be made by generating a challan in form GST PMT4 on the common portal. The payment made will be credited to the electronic cash ledger on the date of credit into the treasury of appropriate government. Any unregistered person shall make payment on the basis of temporary identification number generated through the common portal, and the details shall be recorded in form GST PMT5. Challan identification number is generated for identification of payment made by the taxable person. If the number is not generated, then the concerned taxable person shall represent electronically in form GST PMT6. Any amount available in the electronic cash ledger can be utilized for making payment towards tax, interest, penalty, fees or any other amount payable under the GST Act. Cross utilization of certain categories of persons are assigned by the central government or state government to deduct tax at source at the rate of 1% from the payment made or credited to the supplier of taxable goods or services where the total value of such supply under a contract exceeds rupees 5 lakhs. The amount deducted as TDS shall be paid to the credit of the appropriate government treasury within 10 days after the end of the month in which such deduction is made. Thereafter, the deductor shall furnish the certificate of tax deducted within 5 days of deposit in the treasury of the appropriate government to the deductee. In case of any delay in furnishing of the TDS certificate, a late fee of ₹100 per day shall be levied, subject to maximum of ₹5,000. Refund can be claimed by deductor or deductee on account of any excess deduction or erroneous deduction made. However, the refund cannot be claimed by the deductor if the amount so deducted is credited to the electronic cash ledger of the deductee. Following are the forms prescribed for payment under GST regime. Thank you.